Have you ever gotten a text message from someone who's dead? In our digital age, it's becoming one of the most common paranormal experiences people report. A message appears on your phone. The contact name is familiar. The number is right. But the person on the other end died months or years ago. This is my true personal experience, shared for entertainment and discussion purposes. I'm going to tell you about the text messages I received from my best friend Lila's phone, starting 6 weeks after her funeral. If you've ever lost someone close to you, this story will feel familiar. Because grief in the digital age is complicated. And sometimes the dead find ways to reach us through the devices they left behind. Keep watching. My name is Maya. I'm 26 years old, and until October 2023, my best friend was a woman named Lila Garcia. We'd known each other since high school, nearly 10 years of friendship. The kind of friendship where you text each other constantly. Stupid memes, life updates, guess what just happened messages at 2 a.m. We were inseparable. Lila was one of those people who made everyone around her feel more alive. She was funny, spontaneous, always up for an adventure. She'd text me at noon on a Saturday with road trip in 20 minutes, pack a bag, and by 12:30 we'd be on the highway to somewhere we'd picked randomly on a map. We texted every single day, multiple times a day. Sometimes just emoji responses, sometimes long paragraphs about our lives. My text message history with Lila went back years. Thousands and thousands of messages. A complete record of our friendship in digital form. On October 15, 2023, Lila died in a car accident. A drunk driver ran a red light and hit her car broadside. She was 26 years old. She died instantly, which the doctors said meant she didn't suffer. I don't know if that made it better or worse. I found out through a phone call from her mom. I was at work when my phone rang. I saw Mrs. Garcia on the caller ID and knew immediately something was wrong. Lila's mom never called me, and when I answered, all I heard was crying. The funeral was on October 21st. I gave a eulogy. I talked about the road trips, the 2 a.m. texts, the way Lila made everyone feel special. I cried through most of it. Afterward, people kept telling me that time would heal, that I'd feel better eventually. But I couldn't imagine a world where I felt okay again. After the funeral, I couldn't bring myself to delete Lila's contact from my phone. I'd scroll through our text history, reading old conversations. Seeing her profile picture, a photo of her laughing, head thrown back, at a concert we'd gone to in 2022. I'd read her last text to me sent the morning she died. Coffee later? I need to tell you about this guy I met. We never got that coffee. I never found out about the guy. Lila's family kept her phone active for a while. They said they weren't ready to cancel the number. It felt too final. I understood. Canceling someone's phone number is like erasing them from the world. 6 weeks after Lila's death, on November 30th, I got a text from her number. I was at home making dinner when my phone buzzed. I glanced at the screen and my heart stopped. The text was from Lila Two Hearts. That's how I had her saved in my phone. The message said, "Hey." Just that. One word. Hey. I stood there in my kitchen, staring at my phone, trying to process what I was seeing. Someone had texted me from Lila's number. But who? Had her family given away her phone? Had someone found it and was using it? Was this some kind of sick joke? My hands were shaking as I typed a response. Who is this? I waited. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. No response. I called the number. It rang 4 times and went to voicemail. Lila's voicemail, her voice saying, "Hey, it's Lila, you know what to do." I'd heard that greeting 1,000 times. Now it made me want to cry. I called Mrs. Garcia. "Did you give away Lila's phone?" "No," she said. "What? What's wrong?" "Someone just texted me from her number." Mrs. Garcia was quiet for a moment. "That's impossible. Her phone is in her room. It's been off since the funeral. We charged it once to look through her photos, but then we turned it off. It's still off." "Are you sure?" "Let me check." I heard her walking, heard a door open. "Yes, I'm looking at it right now. It's off. It's been sitting on her dresser." After we hung up, I stared at my phone. The text was still there. "Hey," from Lila's number. But her phone was off, in her childhood bedroom, untouched for weeks. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe her number had been reassigned by the phone company. Maybe some stranger got her old number and was coincidentally texting me. But that didn't make sense. I hadn't deleted her contact. If the number had been reassigned, it would just show up as a number, not as Lila 2 hearts dot. That night, I got another text from her number. Miss you. 2 words. Miss you. My breath caught. I replied immediately, Lila? 3 dots appeared. Someone was typing. Then, always. My heart was pounding. How is this possible? You're dead. Another pause. Then, I don't know. I'm still here somehow. I was crying now, typing through tears. Where? Close. Always close to you. This conversation continued for 20 minutes. I asked questions. The responses were slow, like whoever was texting was thinking carefully about each answer. And the things they said, they were things only Lila would know. I asked about our high school biology teacher who we both hated. The response, Mr. Henderson and his terrible toupee face with tears of joy, that was our private joke. No one else knew we called it a toupee. I asked about the road trip we took to the Grand Canyon. The response, you were terrified of the height. I had to hold your hand the whole time. True. I'd never told anyone that. I asked about the last thing she'd wanted to tell me, the text she'd sent the morning she died about the guy she'd met. The response, his name was Marcus. We met at a bookstore. I was going to tell you I thought he might be the one. I had no way to verify this, but it sounded like Lila. Felt like Lila. Over the next few weeks, the texts became regular. Every few days, I'd get a message from Lila's number. Sometimes it was just good morning, or thinking of you. Sometimes it was advice. Don't take the highway today, traffic is bad, or call your mom, she needs to hear from you. And the advice was always accurate. When I avoided the highway, there was a massive accident that shut it down for hours. When I called my mom, she was having a terrible day and was so grateful I'd reached out. I started to depend on these texts. I'd wake up hoping for a message. I'd check my phone constantly. When days went by without hearing from Lila, I'd feel anxious. And when a message came through, I'd feel this rush of relief and joy. My other friends noticed I was acting strange. I'd mention Lila in present tense. Lila thinks I should. Or Lila told me. They'd give me concerned looks but didn't say anything directly. By January 2024, 3 months after Lila's death, I was essentially having a relationship with my phone. Not with real people in my life, but with the ghost, or whatever it was, texting me from Lila's number. And then in mid-January the text changed. January 15, 2024. I got a text from Lila's number that was different from all the others. It said, Maya, this has to stop. I replied, what do you mean? I'm not helping you. I'm keeping you stuck. You're all I have left of her. I'm not her. I might be something. I might be nothing. But I'm not helping you heal. I felt panic rising in my chest. Don't say that. You've been helping me. You've been there when I needed you. Have I? Or have I been keeping you from moving forward? You're not living, Maya. You're waiting for my text. You're choosing me over your real life. That's not true. When was the last time you made plans with your other friends? When was the last time you went out without checking your phone every 5 minutes to see if I'd messaged? I couldn't answer. Because it was true. I'd been turning down invitations, canceling plans, staying home so I wouldn't miss a message. You need to let me go, the text continued. I can't. I already lost you once. I can't lose you again. You already lost me. Last October. This is just you refusing to accept it. Then why are you texting me? There was a long pause. Longer than usual. Then, because you needed me to. Because your grief was so strong it found a way. Through your phone, through your memories, through whatever thin place exists between wanting and having. But it's not real. I'm not real. Or I'm real in a way that's not healthy for you. Please don't go. I have to. For you. You need to delete this thread. You need to stop waiting for me. You need to live your life. The one you still have. I was sobbing, typing with shaking hands. I don't know how to let you go. You do. You've always been stronger than you think. Remember that time in high school when your dad left? You got through that. Remember when we both applied to different colleges and you thought we'd lose our friendship? We didn't. You're strong, Maya. You can survive without me. You already are. I love you. I know. I love you too. I'll always love you. But you have to delete this thread. Promise me. I promise. Thank you. Goodbye, Maya. Live for both of us. And that was it. No more messages. I stared at my phone, waiting for three dots, waiting for something else. But nothing came. I kept my promise. It took me 3 days, but I finally did it. I opened our text thread, all those thousands of messages, years of friendship, weeks of impossible communication, and I deleted it. All of it. Then I blocked Lila's number. Not because I was angry, but because I knew that if I didn't, I'd keep hoping for just one more message. And that hoping was killing me. Deleting that text thread was one of the hardest things I've ever done. It felt like losing Lila all over again. But it was also freeing. Like I'd been given permission to grieve properly. I started seeing a therapist. I talked about the text. She didn't judge me. She didn't tell me it was impossible or that I'd imagined it. She just asked me what I thought was happening. I don't know, I told her. Maybe it really was Lila somehow reaching out from wherever she is. Or maybe it was my subconscious, using my knowledge of Lila to create what I needed to hear. My phone as a medium for my own grief. Does it matter which one it was? The therapist asked. I don't know. Does it? You got something from those messages. Comfort. Advice. A sense that Lila was still with you. Whether that came from outside you or inside you, it helped you survive the worst period. And then, when you needed to move forward, those messages gave you permission to let go. Isn't that what a good friend does? I thought about that a lot. Maybe it didn't matter if the texts were actually from Lila or from some part of myself that knew what I needed to hear. Either way, they'd help me. And then they'd help me let go. I started reconnecting with friends. I went out more. I stopped checking my phone every 30 seconds. I joined a grief support group where I met other people who'd lost someone suddenly. Many of them had similar stories, strange texts, voicemails that appeared with no caller ID, social media messages from deceased loved ones. In June 2024, 6 months after I deleted the text thread and blocked Lila's number, I got one final message. It was from Lila's number, but it shouldn't have been possible. I blocked it, but there it was in my messages. 12 years of friendship. Thank you for everything. I'm at peace now. So should you be. Oh, I checked the number. It showed as disconnected. I called Mrs. Garcia. She said they'd finally canceled Lila's phone line in May. The number had been released back to the phone company. There was no way anyone could have sent that message from that number, but I have the screenshot. The message is there. Timestamp June 15, 2024, at 2:47 p.m. From a disconnected number. From someone who died 8 months earlier. Was it really Lila? Was it some glitch in the phone system? Was it my mind creating one more message because I needed closure? I don't have an answer, but I have peace. And I think that's what matters. That's my story. That's why I'll never think of text messages the same way again. And why I check my phone a little less obsessively now. Grief in the digital age is complicated. Our loved ones exist in our phones, their contacts, their texts, their photos, their voicemails. When they die, these digital traces remain. And sometimes it feels like they're still reaching out. Whether that's supernatural or psychological doesn't really matter. What matters is what we do with it. If those messages help us survive the worst days, maybe that's okay. And if they eventually tell us to let go and move forward, maybe that's okay too. Maybe that's what love is, knowing when to hold on and when to let go. If you've lost someone, I'm sorry. I know how much it hurts. And if you ever get an impossible text from their number, you're not crazy. You're grieving. And grief finds strange ways to express itself, especially through the technology that connected us to the people we've lost. Thank you for listening. If you found this story meaningful, please like this video and subscribe. I share true experiences of the unexplained every week. And if you're missing someone tonight, send them a text. Even if you know they can't reply. Sometimes we need to say the things that didn't get said. The phone won't deliver the message, but maybe somehow they'll still receive it. Stay safe out there, and hold on to the people you love, while you still can.